Welcome back, my fellow Chibits, to the weekly Chibi vlog. And today, I asked all of you to give me some very bizarre questions. And I gotta admit, I was given some very bizarre questions, because I'm looking at one right here. But, you know what? That makes for a very interesting video, and it also gives you guys some good entertainment. And it gives me a laugh as well to see what you guys ask. So, let us begin with this week's Chibit questions. How many toes would you suck for Togashi to finish Hunter x Hunter? Now, I gotta ask a question real quick. When you say how many toes would I suck, are you talking about Togashi's toes, or are you talking about people's toes in general? Because this can really change up if I would do it or not. If we're talking about sucking Togashi's toes, oh yeah, I'd suck them all. But if we're talking about random people, what type of random people are we talking about? Are we talking about people that don't wear shoes? Are we talking about people that are very clean? I mean, what are we getting here? Like, where's the details at? But if it's Togashi's toes, oh yeah, I'd suck them all. Oh yeah, 3 times over. I would, just to have Hunter x Hunter back. Bizarre. I think it's about time you dance to some JoJo as well as giving some poses. 3, 2, 1, go! What is your opinion on sponges? My opinion on sponges is they can be very helpful at times to soak up water, but at the same time though, when you think about sponges and what they have to soak up when you're cleaning dishes or whatever, they can get a lot of bacteria and germs and stuff in them, which can be very, very nasty. I mean, just think about this, okay? When you're washing your dishes and stuff, all that food particle and grime or whatever that's sitting in your sink is all building up inside that sponge or whatever, and it's just getting inside of it, and so the next time you wash a dish, if you don't clean the sponge properly or whatever, it's gonna get that food particles all over. It's gonna be nasty as hell. You might not see it, but it's gonna be there. So sponges are a good thing, but at the same time, they can be very, very nasty. What would you do if you found a Death Note? Oh, that's easy. I'd be like Yagami, but I wouldn't get caught. If your girlfriend who you thought wasn't into anime found the hentai stash and said, "No way, you're into hentai too?" Your reaction. If I didn't know my girlfriend was into anime, that's kind of a failure on my part. I should have probably asked that question straight up, because I mean, number one, look at my room. Number two, literally, it's my job to talk about anime and manga. And 3, I think if she does have an interest in anime or manga, she would probably tell me if she saw my room or whatever, if I was lucky enough to get a girl. And then on top of that, let's go with your question. Let's say for some reason I didn't think it. I failed as a human being to ask my girlfriend if she was into anime. If somehow I didn't think she was into anime, and then she found my hentai stash, and she said, "No way, you're into hentai too," number one, in my mind, what I would be thinking is, okay, so what hentai stash did she find? Did she find the one that was like the physical copies that you guys send me that are all over the shelves and stuff? Or is she talking about my stash that's on my PC that's in a separate secretive folder with, all sorts of, encryptions and stuff? I mean, what stash did she find? Because depending on what stash she found, depends on how excited I am. That's gonna be my first reaction to it. Do dogs have internal monologues? I'm not the dog whisperer. I don't know. But I know dogs are very intelligent creatures. I know they are. I've seen some very intelligent dogs. I don't know necessarily if they do, but sometimes you might think they do, because sometimes they can have ulterior motives, do some crazy shit on the side, and it looks like they've been scheming this the entire time. Is cereal a soup, and are hot dogs a form of sandwiches? Okay, so the cereal is soup. I have heard that somewhere before. I can't place my finger on it, but I have heard that question somewhere before. But is cereal a soup? Well, when you get into details, okay, soup is a hot cereal, basically. It's just, imagine vegetables, meat, or whatever you put into a soup, and it's just hot. While cereal, you got maybe like Frosted Flakes or whatever in it, and it's cold with milk. I mean, the overall soup aspect, like the broth, is different, but I guess they're very similar when you think about it. Cereal is just a cold soup. But then wouldn't that make oatmeal some form of soup as well? I don't know. I would say, yeah, cold soup. It does seem like it would be a cold soup. And are hot dogs a form of sandwiches? I would say no. I don't think hot dogs are a form of sandwiches, because sandwiches, in my eyes, is the, the buns, bottom and top, put on top of each other, and then you have, like, the ketchup, mustard, lettuce, tomatoes, all of that, pickles, onions, jalapenos, whatever, all on it, and then it's, like, a nice, good set burger. A hot dog is more like a taco to me. That's kind of what a hot dog reminds me of, is a taco. I don't know, like a breaded taco. There you go. That's what hot dogs remind me of. I don't think it's necessarily a sandwich. Yo, Chibi, blondes or brunettes? Honestly, I really don't have a preference on that. I don't really care, honestly. Tell us your fetish. Well, that's kind of personal, don't you think? But I mean, this is what these videos are for. I mean, these videos are to get a little bit personal with you guys, to let you know a little bit more about me, even if it is weird or embarrassing as fuck. It allows you guys to know who I am, besides just someone that is, a YouTuber that likes anime and manga. So, let's see, I got a lot, and there's some really, some I don't think I should probably say, so, which one would be, which one would be fine to say? Okay, so I want to just do the basic ones. I'm not going to go into the very obscure ones. I don't want to go into that yet. Like, maybe? Well, just, not the second. Thigh highs. I like thigh highs. I admit that. I do like thigh highs, like stockings and stuff. I like mini skirts. I like the mini skirt type looks and all that. That is something I like in terms of fetish wise. Oh man, this one's embarrassing. I can't believe I'm gonna say this one. Oh my god. Oral. There you go on that one as well. So I can't believe you guys have me saying this shit. Like, oh my god, you guys. It's kind of it's a little bit out of my comfort zone saying this shit. Oh my god. Let's see, thigh highs, let's see, mini skirt, oral, what else? I'll share one more thing, let's see, I like Yuri. I really love Yuri. Like, I really, really love Yuri, like, lesbian stuff. I really like that, so, there you go. There's the very basic ones. I'm not gonna get into the obscure ones right now, but, oh my god, like, that's uncomfortable as fuck. I'm gonna be honest. Shit. Next question. If a company wanted to buy your YouTube channel for $500,000, would you be interested? I would think in my mind, like, that's tempting, but at the same time, I'd be thinking, like, do I really want to choose money over my passion and just give up everything I built with you guys? I'd probably say no regardless, but I will be honest, as a human being with weakness, I would probably think, like, it would probably be a quick thought in my mind. I would be honest here. But I would probably still choose the option of, keeping the channel, regardless, because I feel like the videos I make, the passion that's in this community, it's worth it more than money. Did you ever get into a fight in school or came close to getting in one? What happened? Well, I've never really been in a fight, like a fist fight or anything like that. I've been into arguments, like just, debates and stuff like that, but I've never been in a fist fight. There was this kid in middle school, not gonna say the name because of privacy reasons, but there was this kid in middle school that did not like me. And I remember there was this one time to where, like, the teacher called on me. Like, it's a very, very petty thing, like what I'm about to say. But I remember the teacher called on me for, like, to answer something. Like I said, I forget, it was a long time ago. And the kid didn't get his question answered. And so, after school, because, I, like, walk a little section to go home, the kid tried to start some stuff with me, and then I was trying to walk home and all that, and the kid, just pushed me a little bit on the back, and I just look around, and I'm like, huh? Like, what are you doing? And then he looks at me all angry, has his fist up and stuff, and I'm like, and I just, shake my head, roll my eyes, and I just, walk off. I'm just not dealing with it, so yeah, but I've never been into a fist fight. That was a close one, though, but it was over something very petty, so yeah, I didn't deal with it. I had more important things to do, like playing Pokemon Emerald and stuff when I was a kid in middle school. But, yeah, I've never gotten into a fight, but it came close one time. Are you a top or bottoms guy? JK, real question, how's life, bruh? There's two ways I interpret this. I'm assuming you're talking about breast or ass? Or are you talking about literally, like, the sexual position of being on top or bottom? Which one are you talking about? So I'll answer both of those. And JK, real question, how's life, bro? Life's fine. Life has really been fine. I've been having a lot of fun, chillaxing and all that. Not too bad. I mean, also been streaming Bloodborne and, you know, having fun. I did that last night. A little bit tired, actually, because stayed up all night. But besides that, life is good. So, to answer your question, so tops or bottoms, I've already answered that before. I said ass, you know, ass is the true way to go. And top or bottom, if you're talking about the sexual position, oh god, oh man, this is embarrassing too. I guess bottom, there you go. I'm gonna be honest, there you go. I find something very appealing looking, oh my god, why am I saying this? Oh my god. What the fuck am I saying? Oh my... Let's go. Let's continue on. Chibi, was there ever a time you almost died? Oh, multiple times, in fact. So there was this one time to where, I think 3rd or 4th grade, I forget how young I was, we had a husky wolf hybrid, and I remember that my wolf actually escaped out of the fence, and we were looking for him. I was, getting out of the car, and I was very little and young and all that, and we saw him on the other side of the road, pretty much, okay? And it was just a 2-lane road, very small, like a back road, and there was, like, no buildings in sight. Like, it was out in the boonies, pretty much. And I remember that I saw, the dog on the other side, and I was going to go over there, and I was going to, go get him. I was yelling his name, like, Tonka, get over here. And when I got over there, when I was going across the road, this car was coming. I didn't see it because the way the vehicle is positioned and the hill and all that, I didn't see a car coming. I was about to walk across, and then all of a sudden, my dad grabbed me and jerked me back real quick. I was very little and I didn't see it, and my dad, yelled at me, got very angry at me. I remember when I did that, he's like, what are you doing? Yeah, look both ways. Oh man, but yeah, that was one time. And there was another time which also involves a vehicle. There was this time when I was going to town, actually in my town here, and I was in my little Buick, and I was just driving. I was going to be hooking a left in the light, so I could hook a left. I was hooking left. I talked about this a few years back, actually, in a vlog, and even on Twitter. I was hooking a left and all that to, turn over to go into, Hardee's or whatever, or McDonald's. I was getting me something to, eat real quick. And when I was making a turn, I had it to where, as, the light was saying I can go, this 18-wheeler continued to come my direction, even though it was red on his side. The 18-wheeler moved towards me and slammed right into the side of me, like almost hit me direct head on and all that. But luckily, the way I turned, it smashed kind of in the side to where my engine was, and the car just started, rotating and spinning across the road. Luckily, I got out, like, I crawled out of the shattered glass window, like, I just rolled out of it, and got up, and I was completely fine. I didn't even have a bruise. I didn't have cuts. I just got up, and I was fine, and the 18-wheeler and all that just had a tiny little dent in it, and I'm like, oh my god. But the vehicle, my vehicle, the Buick, GG, dead. Like, it was gone. Like, that shit was total. Like, if you guys saw that, you would have been like, how the fuck did you survive that? That was something that I was shocked about. I got out. No problems at all. I had no whiplash. I didn't have any aches or sores or anything. I just got out of it completely fine. And I don't know. I was very lucky that day. But, yeah, that was a near-death experience I had. If you woke up with a power that only worked for evil things, breaking some kind of law, what is the best way you could use it for good? Sever limbs, whoever I touch. For instance, when I touch someone and I do like a mark, like I'm cutting, like an incision or whatever, I can perfectly sever limbs or whatever, and it's a very clean cut. Like, I can cleanly cut it. I could use that for being able to, like, go into the medical school or whatever, be able to help out patients, being able to, like, sever certain things on them and help them out, replace, parts of their body or whatever. I feel like I could use something like that, some type of power like that, being able to having ability that can only harm people by cutting limbs or something off or cutting parts of their body off. I feel like I could use that to help out in surgery or whatever. I feel like that would be a very good ability to have, especially if I wanted to, try to use it for good, even if I was, evil. It was usually a power for evil people. I feel like that would be a very good ability. Have you got any strange fetishes or unpopular preference? Oh my god. You know what? I've seen this question already like 4 to 5 times already while searching for questions. I'm not even joking. Okay, listen. I know I already answered one, but I want to do this real quick. Look, if you want me to dive into some of those very personal fetishes of mine, you're gonna have to meet me halfway here, okay? Let's just do a deal. This is for all of you Chibits. If this video can get 1,000 likes before next Wednesday, okay? Before next Wednesday, like, you know, when I do the next, you know, Chibit questions, I will give you guys a couple of my strange fetishes. Stuff that is obscure. Stuff that you guys will be like, what the fuck? I can't believe he's, like, into something like that. I will do that, and I hope you guys don't. I don't want this video to get 1,000 likes. Oh man, I shouldn't even answer this. Like, I should probably delete this part out of the video. But don't like the video, please. Please don't. Please don't. But if this video gets 1,000 likes before next week on Wednesday, I will give you guys a couple of my strange fetishes. Deal? I'm in desperate need for help, Chibi. I can't get myself to drop Clockwork Planet, even though it's shit. Some words of wisdom, please. Well, here's some advice. Watch better anime, so I recommend watch Hunter x Hunter. If you've seen Hunter x Hunter, watch Yu Yu Hakusho. If you've seen Yu Yu Hakusho, watch One Piece. If you've already seen that, watch Steins Gate, Code Geass, Gurren Lagann. Watch, let's see, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, the original Full Metal Alchemist. Let's see, watch Higurashi. Monica Magica, Spice and Wolf, obviously. Watch better anime, pretty much. So, yeah, Steins Gate. Did I already say Steins Gate? But, watch better anime. And if you need manga, Tokyo Ghoul, obviously. Magi, The Promised Neverland, One Piece, you know, Oyasumi Pun Pun, you know, Monster. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff out there. And if you want light novels, Overlord, Spice and Wolf, there you go. There's just a couple right there. So, just read better manga or light novels or watch better anime. That's the best way to distract yourself from absolute shit. Get some Seva CC? I don't even know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry. For breakfast with some nice coffee. Ever tried it? No. No? Do it. Is there a upcoming visual novel you're interested in? Not really interested in any upcoming visual novel, to be honest. If someone were to cast a summoning spell, what 5 objects would they need to summon you? Anything Spice and Wolf related, but it would be much better if it had something to do with Holo, a leprechaun, a Tokyo Ghoul manga volume, pumpkin pie, coffee. That's what you need to summon me. No. Speaking of bizarre questions, have you bothered to listen to the rest of the Yes album? Ah, yes! Speaking of that, I got to have to do an update. I don't think I discussed that in my vlog when I said I was going to listen to it. So, yeah, there was a JoJo song a while back that someone sent me. They sent me this album, and it had JoJo on, and I was very surprised when I popped that into my, CD player when I was, on the road, going to the store, and it was late at night. I was listening to it. I'm like, is that fucking JoJo? I'm like, yo, like, I got some JoJo up in here. While I was sitting there driving to the store, I'm like, this is badass. And, yes, I have heard the entire, album, because driving to and back from the store, it takes a little bit. I mean, it takes about 15 to 20 minutes just to get to town, all that, and then back another 15 minutes. That's not including, in between if shopping or whatever. So, oh yeah, I've had a lot of time to listen to the full album. It's a great album. I recommend it if you guys haven't heard it. Is the Bloodstarved Beast Best Boy? Get that shit out of my sight. That is disgusting as fuck. If you were offered to be a god hand, who would you sacrifice? Oh, that's easy. I would sacrifice Hunter x Hunter and the entire fan base. What would happen if you woke up next morning realizing your entire collection is gone? How the fuck did it manage to slip past my sight without me even knowing? If I find the person, I will fucking break their hands. I am not dealing with that shit. You steal my fucking shit? Like, I understand you borrowing shit, but you steal my fucking collection? I'll break your fucking hands and find you. Like, you better not touch my shit. Sex dungeon with General Esdef. Could you survive? Esdef is best girl of a Kamiga kill. It would definitely be worth it. It's not that bad of a way to, die, I guess, even if I can't survive. So, I would do it. And if I can survive, even better. What's the most bizarre thing to fuck but pleasurable? Have you tried your hand? Is that a JoJo's reference? Everything is a JoJo reference. What is the wackiest anime you've ever read? I'm assuming you meant watched. Probably Bo. That was probably the wackiest anime I've ever seen. If you've never seen that or heard about that, look it up. Yeah, that's weird. Would you ever give your body pillow a Cleveland steamer? What? What's a Cleveland steamer? I have no idea what a Cleveland steamer is. I don't know if that's a sex joke because of the body pillow being in the same sentence, or if that's something you're saying in terms of cleaning it. I honestly don't know what a Cleveland steamer is, so you need to educate me. But, no? Would you let... Oh, God, this is going to be hard to pronounce. Nyaglafo from Suka Suka eat you. I can think of worser ways to die, so I guess. And so with that, I'm going to end this week's Chibit questions. Thank you, everybody that tuned in and watched this video. I really appreciate it. Thank you, guys. I love doing these videos, and it makes me happy to be able to share so many things with you guys, personal things as well, even if it makes me very embarrassed and kind of out of my comfort zone. It's still nice to be able to do these videos because you guys get to know who I am, and I appreciate that, and it allows you to know. I'm not just a regular, YouTuber that just does videos. I have another side to me and all that, and so I'm glad, you guys get to see that. So, yeah. And once again, to remind everybody, which I shouldn't remind anyone because it's going to be embarrassing if you guys do it, because I know you guys like to troll me. But if this video does get 1,000 likes before Wednesday of next week, I will definitely go back to that question that was asked, and I will give you guys my strangest fetishes. Like, oh my god. Oh. Please don't like. Please don't.